What if I told you that a laptop could actually change the way you work, not just make it faster? That for the first time in years, a device came along that wasn't just an incremental upgrade, but something that made me stop and rethink what a pro machine could be. That was my experience with the new M5 MacBook Pro in 2025. Now, I know, every year there's hype around new tech. But stick with me, because this time, Apple didn't just polish the same formula. They reinvented it. Let's back up for a second. I've been covering laptops for years, reviewed everything from paper-thin Ultrabooks to beastly gaming rigs pretending to be portable. And like many of you, I've grown a little jaded with the yearly performance bumps, brighter screens, and best battery ever promises. It all starts to sound the same after a while. But this MacBook Pro, it caught me off guard. And not because of flashy marketing or keynote hyperbole, but because it actually delivered where it matters. At the heart of this machine is Apple's brand new M5 chip. On paper, sure, it looks impressive. An 8-core CPU and a 16-core neural engine, boasting a 60% multi-core performance boost over the M2. But numbers are one thing. Real-world use is another. And in the real world, this chip doesn't flinch. I threw everything at it. Massive 8K video timelines, machine learning model training, heavy 3D renders, and Blender. Not only did it keep up, it stayed whisper quiet and cool while doing it. But what surprised me most wasn't the raw power. It was the intelligence. See, the M5's neural engine isn't just a gimmick for AI buzzwords. It actively manages your apps and workflow in real time. It learns what you use, when you use it, and where to allocate power. It's like having a built-in personal assistant inside your silicon. I'd be midway through exporting a 4K video while bouncing between Slack, Chrome, and Photoshop, and it felt like the MacBook anticipated my next move. No lag, no delays, just seamless, effortless computing. And this isn't power at the cost of endurance, either. That's where Apple's new efficiency cores come into play. For everyday tasks, messaging, web browsing, writing scripts like this one. The M5 sips power so lightly, you'll forget what lag even feels like. App switching is instant. Multitasking is flawless. I want an entire day of work, meetings, video calls, editing, and streaming, and still had juice left in the tank. 17 to 18 hours of real-world use. And when you do need to charge, 30 minutes gets you back to 50%. Now, if you're a creative professional, video editor, graphic designer, musician, this laptop was made for you. Apple claims a 40% faster render speed in Final Cut Pro. And you know what? It's legit. I edited a full-length project with high-res footage, color grading, motion graphics, the works. Not once did I have to proxy down my files. Not once did I hear the fan scream like a jet engine. Even scrubbing through 8K footage was butter smooth. And that's only half the story. The display on this thing is one of the best I've ever laid eyes on. Apple's Liquid Retina XDR display returns, now with even finer mini LED backlighting. We're talking stunning contrast, punchy, true-to-life colors, and a peak brightness of 1,600 nits. HDR content looks ridiculous on this thing. Watching a Dolby Vision movie in a dimly lit room? Absolute theater experience. And the 120Hz promotion refresh rate isn't just for show. It makes every interaction feel fluid, from scrolling web pages to dragging clips in a timeline. It's also built like a tank. Same premium aluminum enclosure you'd expect, but slightly lighter and sturdier. The redesigned thermal system is a quiet overachiever too. It's engineered to handle those heavy workloads without turning into a portable hairdryer. The fans only kick in under truly intense sessions, and even then, it stays cool and calm. The keyboard's crisp, responsive, and a joy to type on, while the trackpad remains best in class. And Touch ID? Still one of my favorite features for quick, secure logins. Now let's talk about something Apple once took away, ports. The M5 MacBook Pro continues the welcome trend of bringing them back. You get 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, an HDMI output, an SDXC card slot, and MagSafe 3 charging. Creators, this is a big deal. No more carrying around a nest of dongles like it's 2018 again. Offloading footage from my camera, plugging into external monitors, and charging on the fly, all seamless. And on the connectivity front, Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.0 keep your wireless life snappy and stable. Pair that with the latest Mac OS, and you've got an ecosystem that's as smooth as it gets. Features like handoff, universal control, and stage manager now feel mature and genuinely useful. I found myself effortlessly moving files between my MacBook and iPad with one cursor, taking FaceTime calls and shifting them mid-conversation on my iPhone. It's the kind of integration other platforms are still scrambling to match. And of course, apps built for M5 are starting to pop up everywhere. Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Adobe Creative Cloud, optimized to take full advantage of the chip's capabilities. Even everyday apps like Chrome and Zoom run noticeably faster and more efficiently. It adds up to an experience where you spend less time waiting and more time doing. So who should buy this? Honestly, if you're a creative pro or power user who pushes their machines to the edge, this is a no-brainer. Coders compiling massive projects, video editors juggling 8K footage, data analysts crunching terabytes of numbers. The M5 MacBook Pro handles it all without breaking a sweat. Even for students or remote workers who need reliability, battery life, and longevity, this machine makes sense. Yeah, it's expensive, but this isn't a yearly throwaway laptop. It's an investment in a workhorse that'll stay relevant for years. And when you do decide to upgrade down the line, Apple devices retain resale value better than almost anything else on the market. At the end of the day, this isn't just another MacBook refresh. It's a defining moment for what a professional laptop can be in 2025. Apple managed to find the sweet spot between raw performance, battery efficiency, intelligent software, and premium build. And in a world where most tech upgrades feel incremental, the M5 MacBook Pro is one of the rare devices that actually redefines expectations. So what do you think? Is this the laptop that finally breaks the upgrade fatigue cycle? Would you drop serious cash on a machine like this if it meant you wouldn't have to think about upgrading for years? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.